I'm Matthew. This is Practice Squadron. Thank you all for tuning in on the podcast. Thank you all if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, check it out because I do have this whole thing in a podcast form. So definitely check that out on all of the podcasting stations. It's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. It's on them all. So check us out on there. And yeah, if you're listening to this, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I do more than just this 10 to 15 to 20 minute podcast per day. I do a lot of card videos and also tech and things like that I find interesting. And I got my toucan behind me, and hopefully gonna switch it up maybe this weekend for Halloween. So let's just dive in. Guys, as you've read the title or the description or what have you, I want to talk about baseball. I want to talk about free tacos. I want to talk about why is this the only time that we get free tacos? Why isn't it that other sports are giving me free stuff? And I mean sports that I actually care about, honestly, because I feel like if you're like most young people, and even, I feel like most of the people that I know that like and enjoy watching baseball on the regular are all like 35 and up. Personally, I don't know anybody that watches baseball every game or what have you. I mean, ESPN barely talks about it, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know that it was the postseason already in like the World Series. I didn't even know until I got a notification today from Taco Bell. So that just shows you how much nobody cares about baseball. And this is something that I think is pretty funny because I remember when there was no sports during the pandemic, and the first sports that like came back was Korean baseball. And everybody was on that. They're like, oh, this is the first sports that we've seen in months. And then it's like, now we have real baseball, and I feel like no one is talking about it. And I feel like another reason why I know that baseball is has an older demographic is on my Twitter. I follow a lot of sports cards videos because that's how this channel started. I follow a lot of sports card Twitter accounts, whatever you want to call them. And a lot of them are into baseball cards. And granted, I know all of them are like over 35 and up. So that just shows to that. And I think it's hilarious because I don't care about baseball. I feel like baseball is really, for the younger people, it's really only there for fashion. Personally, I'm a Boston Red Sox fan, right? I mean, like, I don't watch them. I only watch them in the playoffs. And even then, when I watch the Boston Red Sox in the playoffs, it's only after the fourth inning. If that. I mean, and that's pushing it if I want to move it up to the fourth. It's mostly like sixth inning-ish. You know, I can't watch baseball like that. I enjoy going to baseball games. I live in San Antonio, and they have the minor league team here, the San Antonio Missions. I enjoy that, but I don't go to there to watch baseball. I go there because it's dollar beer night or dollar soda night or dollar hot dog night, and like me and my friends just go there, and I feel like baseball is secondary to all that other than just like getting out of the house and spending dollars on things. So, I mean, that's just my take on baseball as a whole. I think it's lost touch with younger people. Granted, I still think that baseball is a fun sport to play. It's just like to watch proly. It's just not there for me. And even then, when you're playing baseball, it's really only fun when you're batting or like in the infield. If you're an outfielder, it's the worst as a kid. So that's just part of my take on that. And like I said, it's really only there for fashion. I know a ton of people that will wear MLB gear that don't watch or, you know, what have you, just because, you know, they're brands and, you know, they have cool logos and things like that. And I'm not saying that that's not me because that is me. Like, I pretty much only wear MLB clothing for for one fashion and to like rep the city that I'm from. So, I mean, that's just the start of it. Another start of it is like free tacos. What a glorious thing, Taco Bell. Thank you so much, Taco Bell. If you're watching this, which I doubt you are, thank you for the free tacos. And thank you for sending me push notifications, even though, like, I mean, that was the trap that you got us in during the pandemic. If you want to order food online, subscribe to our app. And now we'll send you push notifications for deals and offers and what have you. I don't really care about all that, but I did know that Mookie Betts, and I only know who Mookie Betts is because he used to be on the Red Sox when they won their last championship. But Mookie Betts steals from first base to second base, and when he's stealing the World Series, Taco Bell gives us all Doritos Locos tacos. And, I mean, I have been going to the gym lately, but I'm not going to pass up a free Doritos Locos tacos. Who does that? Coincidentally, there's a Taco Bell right next to my gym, so even better. Go work out, get some tacos. I might do like a little film series on it. So if you want to know when you can get your free Doritos Locos taco from Taco Bell, 1 week from today, it's going to be October 28th, and I believe you have to go during the day. I don't know the specifics time frame. I'm not Taco Bell. I'm not out here promoting it. I'm just saying that I like free tacos and that it's that. So definitely check out the specific times, because I remember in the past it was like only up until like 4 o'clock or something like that. But yeah, definitely check out the times if you're trying to get tacos. And luckily for me, and this is where I'm saying I might do like a little film session, is there's 3, count it, 1, 2, 3 Taco Bells in my area. Maybe I should just drive around, get my free Taco Bell at each one. I'll do like a little film series. I'll talk about sports or what have you during my little exhibition journey, quest. Who knows? They're all synonyms to another when it comes to tacos. And I mean, every taco does have a story, so I guess this is my taco story. But yeah, man, why is other sports not giving us this? Granted, I didn't watch any of the NBA Finals games because really could care less if LeBron got his 4th ring or not. And as a Celtics fan, I watched every Celtics game this, I'm going to call it postseason, but I'm going to say since the bubble came out. Since the bubble, I watched every Celtics game. Not once did I get free tacos during that. And even then, nobody was talking about getting free stuff from the NBA Finals, which is pretty surprising because the ratings were so low. They were so low during this bubbles, and I don't know if it was because of the social justice. I don't really want to dive into that. I don't know if it's just like the Lakers and LeBron. I don't know if it was just COVID and in the sense that we haven't had really sports for months. And I feel like I've talked to a fair bit of my friends about this and people that I know. It's just, I feel like during this quarantine, we found other things to do. And sports hasn't really controlled our lives. And I think about that a lot, especially even this football season. I feel like the first like couple to even the first 3 weeks of football, like I was really into it. And now it's like like Thursday football. I mean, granted, I think the Eagles play tomorrow, and I really am interested in seeing them lose. But even then, like, I don't think I'm going to watch the whole game. And even Sundays, like, I find myself not even watching Sunday Night Football this year. And when I do, it's definitely, like, in the second half or, like, towards the end of the game in the fourth. I really have only been watching the Patriots. And that's something I used to not do just because of fantasy. But even fantasy has been weird this year. So I think that COVID has something to do with all the low ratings, and maybe it's social justice and things like that. But I'll tell you what, if they were like, hey, you watch this game, if this happens, we'll give you some free tacos, I would watch that game. I really would. If they were like, you have to watch the whole game, and in one portion, we're going to give you a code. You go to this app, and you can get free stuff, but it's only going to work for 2 minutes. And if you, I don't know, if you don't get it within that time frame, then you don't get it. I'd probably watch, honestly. Honestly, I might. I don't know. Maybe I'm only hyped for these Doritos Locos Tacos because I really have no investment in MLB or anything baseball related. Like, and it's essentially just free tacos. But it makes me think, like, the NBA Finals should have done something like this. And NFL, if you're watching and listening, do something like that for the Super Bowl. Do, like, I don't know, if, like, there's a 50-yard touchdown, which I think is, like, unlikely in the Super Bowl. You know, everybody gets free. I mean, you can't do free tacos because the MLB's already doing that, but, like, I don't know, McDonald's. I don't know, thinking about McDonald's, it makes me feel gross. Something, but I feel like McDonald's is widely known. Yeah, I don't know. Give me free McDonald's. Give me a free McDouble, NFL, if somebody gets a 50-yard touchdown. I don't care if it's rushing or receiving. If somebody gets a 50-yard touchdown in the Super Bowl, I should get a free McDouble. That's just my take on that. Do I have anything at stake? Absolutely none. But I think I should get a free McDouble if somebody gets a 50-yard touchdown. Or maybe even a field goal. If somebody gets like I say like 55-yard kick, right? If someone gets a 55-yard field goal, maybe not McDouble worthy, but that's at least a cheeseburger worthy. Come on, McDonald's. Come on, NFL. Do something like that. But I do wonder what baseball is going to be like in, I don't know, maybe 10 years. I mean, 10 years seems kind of low. Like 20 years, maybe. 20 years. Like I said, ESPN and all these other major sports media outlets don't really talk about baseball. I feel like they only talk about baseball when there's like an upset, you know, or free tacos, or controversy and cheating. I feel like once the cheating scandal came out last year, you know, that's all anybody talked about. But then it's like, it's baseball. Like, who cares? Dudes have been on steroids for years. People have been doing drugs and playing baseball. Like, do we really care if they're stealing signs? That's just my take on it. And I think that's like most of the take of like the younger generation is like, who cares? You know, it's baseball. You know, I'm going to buy a baseball cap and rep like my team. But, I mean, that's pretty much the extent of like most of the people that I know's like interaction with the sport. And I really don't know how to fix it. I feel like, I mean, baseball is what it is. And I feel like if you think about it in the fashion sense, then that's kind of what has like driven the sport to an extent. You know, cause all the money and things like that. And like I said, I think people enjoy going to games because I do enjoy going to games. But it's not because of baseball. It's because it's just an outlet to hang out with my friends. That's not my house, you know. And honestly, like in San Antonio, we go to Spurs games, but there's no other sports, you know, other than UTSA football. But I mean, I go to UTSA football games, but just not recently. And I feel like even with that, it's like you either went to the college or you didn't, so you have like a little less like alma mater pride if you didn't go, which I think is different than like a pro sports team. But yeah, baseball's whack, honestly, to watch. In my opinion, who knows? But hopefully you listen to me blabber on about how much baseball is kind of irrelevant and how much I didn't even know that it was the postseason until I'm getting free tacos next week. And yeah, I mean, P.S. Let me know, should I do a video on getting the free tacos from 3 different Taco Bells? Do I even try to go to a 4th one? I'm thinking, and there is a 4th one. Do I make the Ring of Fire with Taco Bell Doritos Locos tacos with that fire sauce, with that Diablo sauce? Should I do it next week, next Thursday? See y'all tomorrow. Peace.